Hey everyone, it's Jessica.
And Eddie.
And today is a new segment and it's called
My Broadcast Kitchen.
We're working on the title. So what are we making today?
So apparently our New Year's resolution is to eat less meat. So hers is.
He's like, mine is.
So I'm going to be making something vegan today. Using only the ingredients I have at home. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I'm able to help you guys and you guys are able to make stuff from the stuff you have at home.
Make stuff.
So I'm going to walk you guys through this. We need 3 things for this recipe. A delicious hot saucy broth, a topping, and well, the noodles. The noodles we'll be using, where did I put them? These aren't vegan, but you can find some at like Whole Foods that are vegan. You can substitute for that. We're using.
How are these not vegan?
Oh, they have egg in them. They have egg whites in them. So yeah, not vegan. And the powder, super not vegan. Made out of animal byproducts.
Well, you already failed then.
Yeah, but I'm using the powder.
Oh.
We're making the broth from scratch. Okay, so that's noodles, check. Okay, for your toppings, I'm gonna make a vegetable melody. I got some thinly sliced red onion, some garlic, and some, I think these are chives.
You think?
I don't know, I can't just grab what was in the fridge. I'm gonna say these are chives. And I'm gonna be using sesame oil. If you don't have sesame oil, you can substitute for olive oil or any other flavor oil that you like. I personally recommend sesame oil. Lots of umami in this. Okay. For the vegetables, you can substitute shiitake mushrooms, any type of mushrooms you have. Really delicious.
Please eat what? Wait. He said, please eat some shiitake mushrooms.
Tofu works great. Just as long as you have onion and garlic and maybe like soy sauce, you'll be fine. And for the broth, this is where it gets interesting. You'll need your favorite hot sauce. Jess's favorite is Sriracha. Some flour. We're gonna make something called a fond. No, not a fond, a roux of these ingredients you'll see in a second. You need some type of oil that solidifies at room temperature. Coconut oil works great for this. Something fermented. I'm using black garlic. Adds a lot of umami to it. Once again, you can use shiitake mushrooms. Soy sauce is great. Salt and pepper, always advised. Some white vinegar, sure, why not? And the most important ingredient, no, I'm kidding. Sake. Don't chug it all at once.
But what if they don't have sake?
If they don't have sake, use anything, any spirit. Light wine, cooking wine, anything like that.
What wine have you used before?
I've used sherry. I've used beer. I've used, yeah, I get weird in here. I've used Malibu before. Yeah, any spirit with not too strong of a flavor should be fine. But if you want it to have a strong flavor, just get something stronger. But white wine will work best. White wine, cooking wine, or sake. Let's get cooking. So, we're gonna start off by making the vegetable melody. So, to this pan right here, I'm gonna heat it up. Excuse me. This stuff doesn't work that great. So we're gonna heat up the pan. You actually want this have this preheated already, but we'll go as we go. Into this, we're adding some sesame oil. Whee! Sesame oil. So to this, we're adding the red onion. And we're adding the garlic. So we want this to just stay there. So once you got to spread it out even enough, just let it sit there. And what we're trying to do is trying to create fond in the bottom of this pan. And you'll see why in a minute.
Trying to create what?
Fond. Fond is when you cook something long enough in the pan, it starts looking like it's burnt in the bottom. It's not burnt, well, most of the time. It's fond, and fond can be used to make like really good soups because it's like all the starchy, how do I put it? It's all the bits and pieces from like meats and vegetables that really thicken up soup. So we're just gonna let this saute over here for a few minutes. Occasionally stir it just so it doesn't burn. And you see the fond is already starting to develop on the bottom right here. You see that? It's already a little bit of fond. So we just want to get this real nice and fondy. And the reason I'm using red onion is because red onion is a little bit sweeter. Do go for the red onion if you have it. Yellow onion would be my second choice. Leeks are great for this. Very hearty, savory. If anything, leeks are the way to go for this, but I don't have any leeks. Get your vegetable melody ready. Make sure there's plenty of oil in the pan because we're basically making like a small stir fry. Not exactly a stir fry, but just enough vegetables in there. And the frozen vegetables, you actually just want to sweat them. You want to get to the point where they're just a little bit sweated. And these are frozen, so it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. But yeah, you don't want it to get too cooked, especially with this broccoli. Broccoli overcooks super easily. You don't even know, right? Overcooks so easily. So we're just mixing these things together. Ooh, real nice. Freshly cracked black pepper. You want to go with freshly ground pepper because it holds a lot of its tartness, I guess. Its terpiness. Yeah, you really want to go for freshly ground pepper. Really nice. And we want to add just a wee bit of salt. Just a wee bit. Okay. And we're gonna deglaze with the sake. Sake. You can use mirin, you can use vodka, you can use soy sauce, whatever you want to deglaze with. We're just gonna deglaze with a little sake. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of less sodium soy sauce. I like the less sodium one because I feel like the regular one's just too salty. So just a little less sodium soy sauce, just a wee bit. Just so these flavors can come together. And the reason I'm saying this is not a stir fry is because we're not going to be thickening this sauce. We're not going to be thickening it at all. You'll see why in a minute. Okay. So that's the vegetable melody. Excellent. And we're going to create a nice little roux over here. And for those who don't know what a roux is, it just means fat and flour. Nice little base for soups, makes them nice and silky. I like coconut oil for anything that has to do with like Asian inspired vegan things. Adds a little bit of cooking nuttiness to it. And we want to whisk. A little flour, just about that. And this is where it gets fun. We mix. You want to have this on really low heat, just enough for the oil to. This is in low heat, but you know I just cook on high heat all the time. Yeah, you just basically want to get it to like this. And to this, we're going to add
More liquor.
more liquor. The sriracha. The more you add, the spicier it is. And now you can see it's a nice sriracha based roux.
What is that?
Sriracha based roux. So this is going to add sriracha flavor to the broth. Now we just want a little bit of water. About that much. So we'll keep mixing. Oh yeah, it smells wonderful. And just keep mixing, keep mixing. You want to mix till everything's nice and incorporated. Let's get creative in here. And we'll add a secret ingredient. Don't tell anybody. It's black garlic. This has plenty of umami in it. Add just a little bit. Umami, for you guys don't know, it means savory. It's the flavor you get when you're eating meat. It's sweet on the regular garlic, more umami. Mills Market carries it. Whole Foods will sometimes carry it. Sometimes like your Asian markets will definitely carry it. You just want to add this to this, let it thicken up a little. That's what the root's for. Makes it nice and silky.
Soggy or silky?
Silky. Add a little bit of vinegar, just a wee bit, and a splash of soy sauce. Keep mixing, and we just want this to thicken up. We have MSG. I use Accent. Perfectly safe to use, just don't overdo it. A lot of people tend to overdo it. Just a couple. There we go, that's all we need.
One eternity later.
Okay, it needs a little bit more salt. Don't add that much salt. You know, moderate your own salt level. That's why I always say go with less sodium soy sauce. That way you're able to control how much salt goes in. Oh, wonderful. There we are. Oh, God. Excuse me. Last step. Really quick way to cook ramen. You know, the package kind. When you're making them your own broth and stuff, you really want to cook it separately. You don't want the water from the broth to not the water from the broth, the water from the ramen to dilute your soup. I mean, you just work so hard to make this, man. You know, you have your own stuff. You work so hard for this. You don't want to dilute it, man. Okay, let's get the noodles. I left them behind. I'll be right back. So, what we're doing right now is just cooking this ramen, and you just want to get a dente. You know, just slightly under what the packet's saying. And the reason why is because we're gonna start boiling this thing back up. And the heat from the actual broth will finish cooking this. So that's just about right. I'll take this over to the sink. Jess will turn that off. In the sink it goes, yay! Shake this dry, you don't want any of this water. Shake, 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 shake. You don't want any of this water in your soup. You know, you work so hard for the soup, you don't want to dilute it, okay.
Oh my word. Add money and problems.
Mm-hmm. Keep your colander with you.
You said mm-hmm? That's a song reference.
I know.
Who sings that song?
I do not know, but it was part of Saints Row 3.
Really?
Yeah. It was one of the scenes from Saints Row 3. Add your little vegetable melody. Mmm, delicious. Top. Yep. Vegetables. I totally dig that. Yeah, that sounded totally believable. I guess that's not my New Year's resolution, it's ours. Bring this up to a boil.
Questionable boil? What's wrong?
No, you got stuck to my whisk. Okay, boil. Your bowl. Oh yeah, broth. Eat the vegetables or not, you know, your choice, whatever. And there you go. Ooh, it's spicy. Woo! Okay, so that was this recipe this week. Up here, somewhere over here, we have pictures of previous recipes I've made. If you guys want me to make a video on those ones, just comment in the comment section below which one you guys want to see. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to our channel for weekly videos every Friday, I believe, right? Every Friday?
Yes.
Every Friday. Button somewhere over there. Clips somewhere over here. And as always, stay curious, my friends. Bye.